So you executed this and this is what came, right? Very sure? Yes, confident? So this is what happens when we execute. So we just need to, so that's why, if you run this module, though you have imported the module from, though you have imported the functions from another module, you can see these things happening. All right. Well, what if I did not want to use all the functions, nor did I want to use, nor did I want to use the classes. Okay, I didn't want to use all the functions. I just wanted to use one of the functions. Let me say I just wanted to use F2 function. If I just wanted to use F2 function from module A, I don't need to write import A. If I just want to use F2 function from module A, I don't need to write import A, but I need to write from A import F2. I just need to write from A import F2. Now F2 is a part of your program. Now F2 is a part of your module. You don't need to call it now A.F2. You don't need to. Why? Because F2, initially I had imported A. So whenever I had imported A, if I want to use a module, if I want to use a function of A, I would use it as A.F2, A.F1 and so on. But now when I have imported F2 from A, I don't have A with me, but I have F2 with me. So I can directly now call F2 without using the dot operator, without using A.F2. I can directly call it if I import the function from the module and not the module directly. So I can just run this out. Hi, I am function F2 from A.py. So whenever you do like this, from a module import the function. So I can even import multiple functions by saying F2 comma F3, and I can call F32 from here, right? So I'll call F2 comma F3. Hi, I am function F3 from A.py. Now suddenly you remembered, oh my, I need to import everything actually. I want to import all the functions. I want to use even more functions. But then if I change this entire thing to import A, what will happen? What will happen? I have to change every line. I have to write A.F2, A.F3 and so on. But Python says you can, instead of writing F2 comma F3, I can also do from A import star. Matlab import everything. Import all your functions, classes, everything. You import it into your, but still A is not there. You can directly call it like this. That's it. Hi, I am function F2 from A.py. Hi, I am function F3 from A.py. Is that very clear? Now I can even call F1 because even F1 is a part of this, right? Because you have just imported it from A. Okay, I can even create an object of type class A. I just need to call class A like this. I don't need to put an A.A. I can directly say A1 is equal to A, and I just need to call using this object. I can call fun. That's it. F2, F3, F1, object of A has been created from fun method of class A, right? So these are a few basics about modular programming. Okay. What is more important is generally this is how we are going to go ahead. All right. One more thing that I need to cover is something like this. What if, see, this name of this particular file is A.py. Let me just save this file as, let me say, Anaconda Python.py, something very big, huge. So if I have to run this, all right, nothing. All right, C.py. I want to import. Let me say I want to use the. Yeah, I want to use this part of the code, which I had used earlier. That is this one. That means I'm going to import A directly. I'm going to import now Anaconda. I'm going to import Anaconda Python. Okay, I'm going to import Anaconda Python. Now I want to call the methods of Anaconda Python. When I import the entire file, now I want to call the methods of Anaconda Python. How will I call the methods of Anaconda Python? I'll have to call it like this, right? Anaconda Python.f1. Then I need to have this file name also over here. I need to say anaconda python.f2. Then I need to say anaconda python.f3. Then over here again, it's going to be anaconda python.a, and so on. You're able to understand, right? So there are a couple of things that which can irritate a bit, right? Now, because of this, what we can do, or what we must do for now is we can have a change. We can say, instead of writing anaconda python, I'm going to do something like this. In the import anaconda python, I'm going to import anaconda python because that is a module name. But I'm going to say as, and you give a short name for it. Let's call it as AP, anaconda python. So it's going to be AP. I just need to call it with AP. I cannot call it anymore with anaconda python. I need to call it with AP.a. Okay. That's it. This is how we understand how to do stuff. Now there may be a general question. Okay, some guys have a question. The question is, sir, instead of doing all this from import anaconda python as AP, okay, and then use AP.a, AP.f1, AP.f2, AP.f3, and so on, why not why not do this only from anaconda python import star and directly call the functions? No problem. You don't need to do this. No, but Python says, or experience says, that this is the better way than doing this. Why? We'll come to that in a second.